Welcome to the Academy of Modern Martial Arts and our step-by-step Tai Chi for Beginners video series. Today we're going to look at the second movement out of the 24 movement form, parting wild horse's mane. Parting wild horse's mane is a fantastic movement that gets repeated 3 times, twice on one side of the body, once on the other side of the body. It demonstrates having a long spine, a lot of rotation, and the very important principle of completely emptying one leg and using an empty leg for transferring your weight across the floor. So case in point, all of the weight is on one leg, the support leg in this case. So we'll call the weight-bearing leg the support leg, and we'll call the moving leg the empty leg. We only want to move our empty leg when it is completely empty. If your weight is somewhere between both places, rather than having it all the way back on the support leg, and your weight's in the middle, when you go to pick up that leg, you'll tend to fall into that leg because it wasn't empty. By contrast, if all of your weight is over the support leg and this leg is truly empty, you can pick that leg up and place that leg wherever you like without fear of falling because your weight is here. We wait until we allow that foot to make contact, and then we mindfully shift that weight forward. So you'll get to practice that several times with this movement, parting wild horse's mane. We'll do it once headed towards the camera and once headed towards the side. So from the beginning, we're going to shift our weight to the left, unweighting the right toes, allowing the right toes to move in. And as those right toes move in, the whole torso turns. And we're going to assume for a moment if we were going faster, turning the torso would cause that right arm to swing up, allow us to draw back, and we're going to hold weight out here to help us empty that leg. So the leg and hands are in balance. As we hold the ball and the left leg is empty, we're going to step out heel to toe and then part wild horse's mane with that weight shift. From our weight being 50-50 or 60-40, we're going to rock our weight back into the rear leg, enough to pick up the front toes, rotate our torso to a new 45, and then we're going to push all of our weight forward, utilizing the right big toe, so our hips are now over this leg, and the right leg is empty. We know it's empty because we can move it forward and back, stepping out, parting wild horse's mane number 2. And then, of course, there's the third time, pushing all that weight forward, counterbalancing the leg with the hands, and parting wild horse's mane. Nice. We're here. You want to take time to shift your weight to the left, unweighting the right toes, rock back over the right leg, concentrate all of the weight on the right. The left leg is empty as it goes to step out, and we part wild horse's mane. Nicely done. From there, we're going to rock back, peel those toes up, turn that foot to a 45, and here's a good place to mention a small cheat. Because we have to get our hips from one leg to the other leg, and we have to completely shift that weight, the wider your step, the more difficult that becomes to transition all of your weight over and bring it there. So if that's hard for you, what we want to do is we want to keep this leg here, and maybe as you step out, this is too big of a weight shift. When you rock back and peel those toes up, when you rotate, pull your hips and draw that leg a little bit closer. And now the distance we have to shift our weight is much shorter, and it's easier to get our hips over the new leg. So if I wanted to practice making my life easy, when I reach out and I rock back, I can pull that leg in, step up onto the new leg, empty leg steps out, parting wild horse's mane for the third and final time. Let's transition now to look at the hand movement in parting wild horse's mane. If you recall, we begin holding a ball, and that ball is off to the side. And when we look at the arms have this nice gentle curve to them, and that curve goes all the way from the shoulder, through the elbow, through the wrist, through the fingers. There's a nice gentle curve in our arms. So when we hold that ball over here, the curve across that top arm is echoed by the curve on the bottom arm. In fact, if we were to take our arms and place them together, we end up, our arms are making a nice big circle. The only difference in parting wild horse's mane is one palm will be facing one way and one palm will be facing the other way. However, the curvature in that arm and the lack of sharpness or tightness in the joints is maintained throughout the entire form. So from a gentle circle over here, we're going to step out, we're going to part wild horse's mane, and we're going to keep that sternum up. And when we end up here, again, these arms still have that nice gentle bend to them, regardless of their new position. So we'll rock back, pivot, we'll step up, we'll hold that ball, we rotate the torso, we step out with the heel, and the arms stay nice and open as we arrive at parting wild horse's mane number 2. From there, we'll rock back, pivot, we'll step up, and we'll take up this new space, parting wild horse's mane number 3. The end of the movement is the palm is in front of your sternum. There's a little downward slope to the elbow and coming back up to the shoulder. The arm has that nice easy curve, and the finishing arm also has that nice easy curve. Just to recap from the beginning what we did. So the form to this point, we have our opening salutation, thinking good thoughts about others, leading to good thoughts about ourselves, leading to clearing our head and lowering our center of gravity. We're going to open Tai Chi or commence the form and raise arms. After raising arms, we prepare for the parting wild horse's mane that we did today. We're going to shift that weight over to the left, rotate that right foot in, rock back onto the right foot, holding the ball, step out, part wild horse's mane, rock back, pivot, and step back up, counterbalancing the leg with the hands, parting wild horse's mane number 2, rock back, pivot, and step up. And here we have parting wild horse's mane number 3, the third and final thing we did today, and we slide up into what we'll go over in our next lesson, stork cools its wings, as we prepare to head into brush knee twist step. Hope you've had a lot of fun. I enjoyed the opportunity to teach you.